A very warm welcome to all of you to Ayurvedic Healing and Beyond podcast. And in today's episode, I'm continuing the conversation that I had from the previous episode where I got some questions. The main message of the previous episode on going through every experience as if you choose it. I spoke about whatever that you're complaining about your life right now, whatever aspect about your life that you're complaining right now, there is a possibility, I'm saying possibility, that somebody else in some part of the world is paying a premium to go through that like a challenge, like a meaningful challenge. Like I was giving an example, people complaining about the heat in one part of the world. There is a group of people who are paying a premium to go through a Finnish sauna and to sweat it out. Okay, there is a difference. One person is choosing to go through this. One person feels that it is enforced and he didn't want to choose it and it is not good for them. Yes, there are multiple debates that can happen on this topic. And some of the questions that I got was, if I accept what I'm going through, does that mean I have to keep suffering for the rest of my life? This is one question I get. And another question that I get is, if I accept what I'm going through and if I start finding something, okay, maybe I chose it. So then what about my free will, my ability to turn around things and change things? Does that mean whatever happens to me, I'm just going to go through that period and I don't want to turn it around? So let me help you understand and explain that. Now, the whole purpose of this concept, go through every experience as if you chose it. It's coming from more of a spiritual part. And by accepting what you're going through, does not mean that you're not in control of life. Instead, you are just removing that victimhood of yourself. Now, what does a victim say? Victims say, I am helpless. I don't have any powers to turn things or change things. So, one of the few messages that I mentioned in the previous episode was, first, go through every experience as if you chose it first. And second, instead of asking, why am I going through this? Ask, what is this trying to teach me? So usually, when you ask, what is this trying to teach me, instead of why is this happening, all your actionable inputs on how to turn around and make your life much better in a fulfilling manner will come there. Like for example, when somebody is coming with this feeling, why did this happen to me? Like let's say somebody is diagnosed with fibromyalgia or had a stroke, and if they ask this question, why did this happen to me? There are various multiple reasons which the medical science in today's world and in today's research that we have, we are yet to understand the cause and effect on certain diseases that is happening. So if they ask why, maybe they will go in circles and then they will feel something is wrong with my genetics. That's the only answer that they have. But if they asked, what is this trying to teach me? That doesn't mean we should not ask why did this happen to me. But when they ask this question, what is this trying to teach me? Why am I going through this? What is this trying to teach me by going through this? There will be a lot of answers that will come into their questions, which will make them understand maybe these are the answers that is giving me the right actionable guidance for my life to improve. This is where I will take control back into myself. So when I say, choose every experience as if you go through like what what Eckhart Tolle has mentioned, it is not about you have no power, you're surrendering and you're giving up your powers. It is more, you're eliminating the part of you that is staying like a victimhood without any powers. Instead, this experience that you're going through is giving you a lot of signposts to improve upon yourself, maybe spiritually, maybe physically, maybe in your health, maybe in your relationship, maybe in some other aspect that you never thought about. That is why it's very important to ask, what is this trying to teach me, instead of why is this going through? So it's a surrender doesn't mean you are, you don't have any powers upon what you're going through. It's sometimes, people go through a lot of fears. I have a lot of fears. I still go through a lot of fears. But courage doesn't mean you don't have fear. Courage means in spite of your fear, you're taking up that action to do something new or better. That I know that fear is there, but in spite of that fear, my ability to go through that. And that ability to go through that comes when you ask the questions, what is this trying to teach me? And when you keep asking why this is happening, you're just pointing it out to yourself to some randomness that will never make your life miserable, and you will learn to start taking things very personal. And when people start taking things personal, that is the beginning of many of the mental health issues that we see today. And especially when people get diagnosed with certain diseases, this question, why did this happen to me? It can lead to more than the disease. They go into depression because of this. And they go into Google, and we did an discussion on why Google anxiety can create, because Google will give you multiple reasons why you're going through this. And maybe you overthink, and it's just a rabbit hole of multiple mental health problems that will happen. That is why it's very important. Instead of asking why, ask what is this trying to teach me? And surrendering does not mean you're giving up your powers. Rather, you are giving up your ability to control things that are beyond your scope. And you're focusing your energy on things that are actually under your control, which is your current moment, your thoughts, your reactions, your actions that you can do, and to understand how can I change myself and improve upon myself. I hope this helped you answer these questions, and thank you.